Am I the asshole for not covering for my coworker with a sick kid, resulting in her being fired? I read it. Some background info. I, 25 female, work as a hospice nurse for a home hospice company. All the nurses are salaried, and we make our own hours for the most part. This is a desirable job for nurses wanting to get out of the 12-hour shifts at hospitals. That's brutal. It's very desirable for parents, especially. We all have to take turns being on call overnight, roughly once every 2 weeks. This is mandatory. All of my coworkers have kids, pretty much. Everyone except me. In the last 3 years that I've been here, I have asked my coworkers for virtually nothing. I never really get sick, and I handle my stuff. I have never called out of an on-call shift. My boss has a three-strike rule where if you have to call out on your on-call shift 3 times within a year, you get fired. No exceptions. If you trade your on-call shift, however, it doesn't count against you. It only counts against you if our boss has to mandate someone into covering the shift. I have watched my boss fire several people over this in the few years that I've worked here. We got a new coworker, let's say Mandy. About 4 months ago, she called out of her on call shift twice so far. Yo, so not good track record. Apparently, her husband is active duty and deploys a lot, and she has 4 kids and struggles to find a babysitter for them. This past Monday was Mandy's on call. Like, on call just reads so weird to me. On call again. She sent out an email begging for someone to take it because her babysitter got sick. Offered to trade her if she works Valentine's Day for me. Hey, Valentine's Day special, baby. Win win, right? I get Valentine's Day off and she can go on a date and go on a date. And Mandy gets her shift covered and doesn't get fired, right? Mandy said her husband comes back on Thursday and they wanted to go out for Valentine's Day. Apparently, their marriage was heading towards divorce and they really needed this night. She asked me if I could just work a day. She asked me if I could just work a day for me next month instead. I said no chance. She tried guilting me and shaming me. So eventually I just said fuck it. You're on your own. She tried to backpedal, but I said no. She pleaded with both me and our boss. But Mandy got fired. I can tell my boss and some of our coworkers think I'm an asshole. Since I had free time to cover a shift, I don't have kids or anything. Am I the asshole? Fuck no. Fuck Mandy. Get your shit together. You, you get nutted in so much. You're a nurse. You know what doing the nasty does. You have 4 babies. You have 4 babies. No condoms, 4 babies. And your man deploys. That motherfucker could die. This country ain't about to give you shit for real. You went to college, became a motherfucking nurse, got your bread up, found this cozy ass job, and you didn't have a backup babysitter. This dog shit ass country, you didn't have a backup babysitter. You already knew what it was about. 4 months, 2 strikes, third one coming up. You couldn't hop on any single app, Facebook, right? If your husband's being deployed, then potentially, possibly, this is your home state or his home state. Where are your parents at? Where are your siblings at? How young are these kids? Where the motherfucker who lives next door at? The little girl who's 13, 14, 15, right? Throw 50 on the motherfucking countertop so they can get some goddamn pizza and call it a motherfucking night while you go work this overnight shift. Tell the kids they better get in the motherfucking bed, right? They got iPads, FaceTime on their goddamn iPads. Tell them to get your ass in the bed, shut off the Wi-Fi from your phone while you at work so they won't stay up. Be on the PS5, PS6, PS7 whenever you see this video, right? And they be good. They be asleep. They be knocked the fuck out. You take your ass home. They wake up. You take them to school, whether it's the weekend or not. You want to try and revive your dying relationship on Valentine's Day. You just want dick, and you probably lying, right? You with this man, get him some therapy. He done seen things. He's been deployed multiple times. 4 years. This is a year old. So motherfucking 2020 at least, 2019. He done seen some things. He done lost some people. Right. You done been through a lot. He probably beat you. No, let me stop. Your relationship is dog shit. Right. If you are truly on your way to divorce, this was a year ago. If you were truly on your way to divorce, Mandy, you was trying to get kid number 5 and really like his ass now. He was not going to leave you if you're going to play. Oh, put the baby. You're going to put me through so much. I'm going to lose the baby. No, no. Yeah, no. OP, both labs, 6851. What's up with the. Oh, you know what? This is probably a default username. You are not the asshole. Not the asshole. And we got to edit. Her kid got her babysitter sick and the babysitter canceled. Both were sick. So she had to stay home with her kid. I worded things wrong. Fuck them. Tell the kids to stop licking the walls. They won't get sick. Ugh. Top comment from Sufficient Line 1406. These default usernames are better, right? Because they got capitals. They got capitals. I can see the different words. They're not all just rammed together. She could have had her Valentine's on Saturday. A simple 1 day shift, and she could have made the deal with you and kept her job, not the asshole. And making the choice to have kids means responsibility to take care of those kids. It is never someone else's problem. Fuck them kids. That's coming from me, not the comment section. Fuck them kids. Ugh. Seriously, and quite frankly, I would rather celebrate a day later when places are not so packed and prices jacked up just because it's Valentine's Day. Besides, if her marriage is falling apart, going out on Valentine's Day instead of a regular Saturday isn't going to change anything. And I imagine getting fired is going to do more damage to the marriage than missing a random holiday due to the added stress of now being down to one income. Coworker didn't think things through, and not saw no one but her. Besides, she already called out twice in 4 months of employment while knowing about the 3 strikes rule. And it's not even that they can't call out on a normal day. It's only on the on-call nights once every 2 weeks. So you figure in 4 months she's worked there, let's say it's 18 weeks. That means she's called out for 2 of her 9 on-call shifts. Girl was gonna get fired eventually anyway. Yo, shout out to Happy Tragedy 15. 2.4K upvotes. Shout out to her. Tough. Tough. Let me see another one. Not the asshole. You did offer to cover a shift, and she refused the entirely reasonable compromise that you offered in exchange. All those coworkers could have covered it. And your boss is blaming you for the boss enforcing their own policy on someone who absolutely violated that policy? Nobody here is right except you up here. Her emergencies are not yours. Your drama does not constitute an emergency on my part. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Oh my god. Let me see. Not the asshole. The coworkers that think you're an asshole could have covered for. Man, these top comments are spot. Oh, we got comments from OP. I'm on bullshit. This is literally about to be the only. So many comments. Ah, it's my first episode. Every single story before this had no comments. Their pages were deleted. They were so old. There was no engagement. She commented so many times. Ooh. So man, I gotta not do a bad job. I see a paragraph. Hold on. Let's open this up. Let's open this up. Where'd it go? You can't see what I see. It's not there. What the fuck? Hold on. Is it because I closed it? Oh. So we got a -35 downloaded comment. You're the asshole. If she accepted your original proposal, Valentine switch, and you said no. This is motherfucker Reed Becky 521. Bitch, can you read? So we got a comment from OP. So the way it happened was I emailed her and said, I see you need someone to cover tonight, and I'm willing to work tonight for you, but only if you work Valentine's Day for me. She said no. Her and her husband need to spend Valentine's Day together, and she's asked if I could cover a day for me next month instead. OP, your grammar's fucking me. Your grammar's throwing me off. I replied no. It's Valentine's Day or nothing. She sent me a series of messages trying to guilt and shame me for asking for Valentine's Day off. You don't know what it's like to be a struggle parent in a failing marriage. Talking about how hard her life is. So the quote cut off. I got tired of guilt tripping. Emailed her saying, "Never mind. I hope you can find someone else to cover your shift, man." And I stopped replying. Uh, she sent me a message saying, "Never mind. No one else is going to cover for me. Please trade me and I'll work Valentine's Day for you." But at this point, I turned my phone off. I figured that since she was so ungrateful, I would not do her a favor. Yeah. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. You're not coming through for your boss, for your wallet, for your kids, probably for your relationship. And calling off all the time, you think one night is going to fix it? This motherfucker loves going to war. Loves going to war. Let me see. Let me see. All these comments from OP. No, I didn't work Monday for her. She refused to trade days, so I didn't work Monday for her. Our boss mandated someone else that Monday. Mandated. The boss didn't want to smoke. He was probably seeing those company emails and was like, I'm not going to mandate her. Otherwise, she might fight me. These motherfuckers really scared, right? They all got kids. They like, I fear her. The only one with no child. I can't do it. She might box me and my kids. Oh, shit. We have no unions. Unions aren't much of a thing here, dog. Damn. UAW strong, baby. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Right? You're a nurse too. You're a hospice nurse. That is tough. Uh, it is a throwaway account. Yeah, because I don't want this on my name. Yeah. Oh, she does baking. Skipping that. We work in healthcare. If you call out, it fucks over your patients and coworkers. This is the type of job you shouldn't take if you can't be at least relatively reliable. It's not like calling out your job as a bartender or something. I mean, honestly, right? It's not like my job. I got coverage. We have floaters. If a certain number of people call out, we're good to go. If too many people call out, management will hop in and do the jobs. Uh, Corporate does not want them keeping unreliable employees. I know some rules and requirements to it. I'm not sure if the three strike rule is made by corporate or my boss. We got another paragraph. Open. I'm just reading these. She's replying to some comments. I was not as prepared as I should have been, so I didn't open all those comments to read what she was replying to. But who cares? This is a year old. Fuck Mandy. Mandy. No. Hopefully, Mandy went to therapy. Hopefully, her husband went to therapy. Hopefully, the kids are doing good. Hopefully, they're all living good lives. Hopefully, her work ethic is good to go. Hopefully, she has two backup babysitters now for them snot nosed brats. Fuck them kids. From Salty Marge, you only got 13 upvotes. You are not the asshole, and your former coworker is an idiot for not taking you up on your offer. But man, that policy sucks. And your manager sucks for implementing it. Your manager also sucks for not at least trying to help her find coverage. She was actively trying. She can't try to incentivize anyone to take the shift. I used to work as a CNA way back when, but our manager was so helpful with the stuff. If we weren't having luck finding coverage, she'd throw in a $25 Starbucks gift card or something. Okay. To try and sweeten the deal. Sometimes she'd do priority PTO coupons, which meant we got to use it on a PTO request to jump the line of seniority. Ooh, the lack of a union is this. Vanessa, this. You know how many people's days I would take? And I would stack that shit up and have that shit Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. My birthday is the 7th of January. Bitch, I'm back to back to back. You're not seeing me until the snow is melted on a motherfucking overnight on-call shift. You won't see me in the building. My badge will stop working for nights. I'd be like trying to get in the motherfucking summertime. The sun ain't going down yet. Why can't I get in? Am I not scheduled today? Too bad. I'm out. I don't gotta work today. Fit check. Fit check. I was gonna do this at the end. Fit check. We got one more story. Shout out to the founding fathers of absolute disgustingness and depravity. All right. Shout out to them. Shout out to their deaths or conspiracy theories that one of them is still alive and is currently playing Fortnite. And all the time in prison that they have done and will do for their levels of indecency against women and children. Right. Oh, they messed up my headrest. Hopefully I got that on camera because I wasn't even really looking. Hopefully I'm still recording. Let's see. Am I still recording? Yeah, I am. That's fantastic. So we got a reply. Did I even finish reading this? Oh, I didn't. Okay, Salty Marge. Your former coworker obviously wasn't helping herself at all, but this kind of policy is damn near discriminatory to people with kids. Everybody who works there has kids, except for OP. Single parents, family members they care for, spouses, or active duty military, people with disabilities, people with chronic illnesses, anyone who doesn't have a traditional family or is single. You had to put a space there between is and single. Uh, doesn't have any independence and isn't generally healthy could make a case against this policy being exclusionary. You could say then those people shouldn't work at this job, but that's directly exclusionary and illegal. I honestly think if your former coworker brought this to an attorney worth their salt, she could find a little payday from this. I have to write and slash or approve these kind of policies at my job, and this would never be allowed. This is a lawsuit waiting to happen if you ask me. Oh shit. Oh shit. I mean, they're kind of spitting. Let's see. My headrest. Oh, I'm dying here. What the fuck? Oh, did I break it? Did I break my headrest? What the fuck? Oh, I just unlocked it. I thought I broke my headrest. I was about to like be so sad. Like, yay, my first episode. Oh, I need a new headrest. Oh, my bank account. Mm. So, the reply from OP, our manager will incentivize shifts, but only once it's officially a call out. They will not incentivize trades. What does that mean? Also, I don't think this policy is discriminatory whatsoever. We have a three-strike rule that we are notified of before hiring. She agreed to the rule and signed documentation stating that she understood. She didn't have to agree to taking this job if she wasn't going to be able to fulfill the job requirements. This isn't the kind of job where calling out is no big deal. It severely fucks over your coworkers, and depending on how last minute the call is, can have negative outcomes for patients and their families. We are taught in nursing school that there is no excuse for missing work as a nurse, and that if you can't be reliable, then you need to find a different job. Honestly, yeah, yeah. Mm, I can understand that. You are literally giving your life to other people whose lives are in the balance. Ah, it's tough. That's tough. You can think whatever you want to about this one. It's kind of tough, right? If you're going to be a nurse, you're giving parts of your body, your mental, your soul, if you believe in that, to everyone that you help because you are running ragged. But this is supposed to be the easier job, but this is also hospice, so motherfuckers doing you. The comment right underneath that by OK Replacement 7281, these default ones are crazy. Three strikes is kind of stupid considering the specialty you were in. Maybe this is why so many nurses burn out because y'all ain't superhuman. But we got a reply from Salty Marge multiple. Yo, why do you put so many paragraphs? There's a difference between moral stances and legal ones. Signing a document agreeing to this policy doesn't hold the weight your employer wants you to think it does. One coworker screwing over another isn't something your employer is going to get sued for. Firing someone for a policy that can be argued as discriminatory practice is. Your nursing school saying you can't call in once you're in the field doesn't open them up to litigation. Your employer telling you that does open them up to it. You're your employer telling another employee they should work another job if they can't follow the policy due to whichever protected class issue you are dealing with here. It absolutely opens them up to litigation. It's discriminatory, and yes, it's absolutely abuse. Doesn't change anything. I'm not arguing that your former coworker deserves a payday from this or that she didn't do this to herself ultimately. But from a business standpoint, this policy is a wrongful termination suit waiting to happen on the basis of discrimination of your pick of protected classes. You don't have to think it's discriminatory. An attorney just has to convince a judge or jury that it is. And the reality is, it won't get that far because the company you work for would pay a settlement to get it all to go away. And then they're going to force your manager to retract the policy. Oh, okay. Okay, I kind of like the way they're spitting. And we got Betrot the Batty replying to Salty Marge. Wouldn't it be discriminatory to make the person without children be the pinch hitter? Wouldn't making their work environment hostile should they refuse be an issue? Salty Marge, right? It's not the original OP, but they spit to me right now. I'm feeling it. Restructuring their policy to have less exposure to potential litigation doesn't mean a childless employee needs to take the hit. I'm not sure where the equivalency comes from in arguing the policy has discriminatory exposure. A childless, disabled person can take advantage of a wrongful termination suit with this policy the same way. I'm also not sure where the hostile work environment comes in here either. However, hostile work environments has specific scope. It's not just my coworker snide to me because I wouldn't take her shift. The majority of hostile work environment scope would actually apply to the point where I'm trying to make about this policy. It's mainly surrounding discrimination, surrounding protected classes. It can also apply to verbal abuse, but you usually need to prove it directly harms you. Like you were denied a promotion, hostile work environment doesn't cover hurt feelings, unfortunately. The good news is most company policies do cover this and are perfectly acceptable reasons to be dismissed without much exposure. My alarm went off. I'm so sorry. It's 6:50 p.m. The level of hostile work environment rising to the legal definition that opens you up to litigation exposure is narrower than coworker. We're gonna move on from this one. Shout out to OP. Fuck them kids. Shout out to Salty Marge for, knowing her job. His job? Their job? It's a little Reddit emoji AI looking token thingy. There's no profile picture. If you want to go read this one yourself, you absolutely can, because Salty Mars drops another paragraph, but I don't care. We're moving on to our last story. And I lost it. I need water. I'm dying here. All these stories have been so damn sad. And I spilled water on myself. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. So we're going to end this one out with something nice. You know,